Hi, everyone. Welcome to Everyday Real English from Real Life Podcast.
Welcome to Real English Podcast.
And hello, everyone.
I'm Brendy.
And I'm Annie. Hey, before we dive in today, just a quick reminder, please do like, subscribe, and maybe share this with your friends for the Real English Podcast.
Yeah, it really helps us keep bringing these useful language tips to learners like you, wherever you are.
Okay, so today's topic is a big one, burnout.
Burnout. Yeah, you hear that word everywhere now, don't you? If you're feeling just constantly tired or stressed, or maybe like nothing you do makes a difference, then you'll definitely want the English phrases we're covering today. We're going to talk about how to discuss stress, that deep exhaustion, and really importantly, how to talk about recovery.
Exactly. That's the plan. Burnout's serious, no doubt, but understanding it helps us find the right words. People often mix it up with just, being tired,
Right.
but they're really quite different.
Okay, let's get into that then. If it's not just normal tiredness,
Yeah.
what exactly is burnout?
Well, basically, burnout is a specific reaction to chronic stress. That means stress that goes on for a long, long time. And crucially, it comes only from your work environment.
Only from work. Okay.
Yeah. And the key thing is, it doesn't just vanish after a good weekend's rest. It's like a deep exhaustion. Body, mind, emotions, the whole package.
Wow, okay. So it really sticks around. If someone feels that kind of constant deep fatigue, what are the main signs? What should you look for?
Good question. Researchers usually talk about three main symptoms or dimensions. The first one is probably the one people know best, emotional exhaustion.
Emotional exhaustion.
Yeah, it's extreme tiredness. It's that feeling like you literally cannot handle one more thing emotionally, not one more task or email or even like a simple request.
Okay, that sounds intense. And I guess this is where some key phrases come in.
Definitely. If you're feeling this deep exhaustion, the clearest way to say it is, I feel burned out.
I feel burned out. Got it. Simple and direct.
Exactly. Or if you want to describe that mental fatigue, that brain fog feeling, you can say, I'm mentally exhausted.
I'm mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
Like your brain just won't work properly.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It feels too tired to really process things or function well.
So that's exhaustion. What's the second dimension? You said there were three. It can't just be about feeling tired, right?
No, it's not. The second one is cynicism, or sometimes called detachment. It's like when you're so drained, your brain tries to protect itself by creating distance.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
So you start getting these negative or maybe detached, even inappropriate attitudes about your job or your colleagues, maybe clients.
Right, you might get easily irritated.
Totally. You might feel really irritable, or like we sometimes say, you're on a short fuse. You just sort of disconnect from the purpose of the work.
A short fuse. That's a useful expression, too. So it's like a defense mechanism against the exhaustion.
Yeah, you could see it that way. It's a coping strategy, though not a very healthy one in the long term.
Okay. And the third sign?
The third one is reduced professional efficacy. It sounds complicated, but...
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But the feeling is simple. It's basically feeling ineffective. You start doubting you can do your job well anymore.
Doubting your skills.
Yeah, or maybe you feel like even if you did your job perfectly, it wouldn't actually matter. Like the system's broken or management doesn't care, so why bother? Your work starts to feel meaningless.
Ah, okay. That feeling that your effort doesn't count for anything. That sounds really demotivating.
It is. And that feeling often connects to the causes of burnout.
Right. Like the sheer amount of work is the problem. Is there a phrase for that?
Absolutely. If the workload is causing the chronic stress, a really useful phrase is, work has been overwhelming.
Work has been overwhelming. That word, overwhelming.
Yeah.
It really captures that feeling of too much, doesn't it?
It does. It means there's just too much to handle effectively. And that phrase links perfectly to what a lot of research shows. Burnout is often caused by a mismatch.
A mismatch.
Yeah, a mismatch between the person and their work environment. It's not usually just about, someone being weak or not resilient enough. It's often the job itself.
Okay, let's spend a bit of time on those mismatches.
Yeah.
Because understanding why it happens probably helps you talk about it more clearly, right?
Definitely. So the first, maybe most obvious mismatch is workload.
Just too much work.
Exactly. When the demands of the job are way too high and you don't have enough resources or time or maybe even staff to cope, long hours, constant pressure.
So a simple way to say that in English.
You could just say the workload is too heavy.
The workload is too heavy. Nice and clear. What's another mismatch factor?
Another big one is lack of control. Imagine you're doing a really demanding job, but you have zero say in how you do it or when you do tasks. No autonomy.
Ah, yeah, feeling like just a cog in a machine.
Exactly. That lack of control is a major stressor.
So you might complain to someone, maybe friend, I have no control over my schedule.
Perfect example. And a third major factor is lack of reward.
Reward, so pay.
Well, yes, pay is part of it, but it's broader. It means not getting enough recognition or appreciation or even just social acknowledgement for doing good work.
So not just money, but also like a thank you or good job.
Precisely. When you put in a ton of effort and feel completely unappreciated, the work starts to feel, well, pointless. It really fuels that cynicism we talked about.
Yeah, I can totally see that. That lack of recognition would definitely make you feel cynical pretty quickly. Okay, before we do the role plays, maybe let's quickly list a few more general words for stress, things related to this.
Good idea. So besides burned out and mentally exhausted, you might feel drained, like your energy is
Drained. Yeah.
obviously stressed. That's a common one.
Stressed.
We mentioned overwhelmed
Overwhelmed,
Yeah.
right? Like too much to handle.
and just simply exhausted,
Yeah.
which is like very, very tired.
Exhausted. Okay, great. Drained, stressed, overwhelmed, exhausted. Essential words.
Definitely useful vocabulary. Okay, now, shall we try putting some of these phrases and ideas into practice? Like in some short dialogues?
Yeah, let's do it. Show people how to use these in real conversations. Dialogue 1. Let's imagine talking to a coworker, focusing on that cynicism, maybe linked to unfairness.
Okay.
You start.
Hey, you seem really on edge lately. Snapping at people a bit. Everything okay?
Size, I didn't know. Sorry, I think I'm just on a really short fuse, honestly. I feel burned out. It's the constant unfairness here, you know?
Unfairness. How so?
Well, it feels like they keep giving the interesting projects to Sarah, and I just get landed with all the boring admin stuff. It doesn't feel like rewards are based on merit.
Yeah. That lack of reward and fairness. It makes anyone cynical, doesn't it? It makes you feel kind of detached from it all.
Totally. It just feels like no matter how hard I work, it won't really be noticed or appreciated. So, yeah, feeling pretty detached. See how that conversation touches on the lack of reward leading to cynicism? That feeling of injustice is a huge factor in burnout.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, dialogue 2. This time saying no to a friend. Focusing on the exhaustion and needing to set boundaries.
All right. Your turn to be the friend inviting me out. Hey, long time no see. Fancy coming out this Saturday. Big group of us are going for drinks.
Oh, wow. That sounds really fun, and I really wish I could. But I'm going to have to say no this time. I'm just so mentally exhausted right now.
Oh, really? Not even for like an hour? Come on.
Honestly, the workload at my job has just been overwhelming for weeks, maybe months. I really need this entire weekend completely free just to, take it easy and try to recover a bit. I need to protect that downtime.
Okay, I get it. Sorry to hear it's been so rough. Definitely take care of yourself then. We can catch up another time soon.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for understanding.
That's a really common situation, isn't it? Having to say no to protect your energy. Okay,
Yeah.
one more. Dialogue 3. Explaining things to family. Maybe focusing on that feeling of ineffectiveness or when your work doesn't align with your values anymore.
Okay, I'll be the concerned family member.
Okay, you seem a bit down about your engineering job lately. You used to really enjoy tackling those tricky problems.
Yeah.
What's changed? Size. I know I did.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Lately, I just feel this total sense of ineffectiveness. It's like I went into this field wanting to actually build things, create solutions,
Mm-hmm.
But now it feels like my entire week is just meetings and writing reports that, honestly, I don't think anyone even reads. The job I'm doing doesn't feel like the job I signed up for. It doesn't match my original goals.
So it feels like you can't actually do the work you find meaningful because of how things are structured now, the bureaucracy.
Wait, exactly. That's it perfectly. I feel like I need some time away, honestly. Time to kind of re-engage with things I actually value outside of this job, like,
Mhm.
I don't know, my health, maybe
Mhm.
pick up my guitar again.
Yeah.
Those dialogues really show how you can use the language to explain these more complex feelings, not
Yeah.
just saying, I'm tired.
Exactly. And that brings us to the cultural side. How do people talk about this? In many English-speaking countries now, it's becoming much more acceptable, sometimes even encouraged, to be open about feeling burned out or needing rest.
Yeah, it's less taboo than it used to be, maybe.
Yeah.
Like the World Health Organization, the WHO, they actually recognize burnout. They call it an occupational phenomenon.
That's right. An occupational phenomenon resulting from chronic workplace stress that hasn't been successfully managed. That official recognition is quite important.
How so?
Well, it helps distinguish burnout from, say, general mental health conditions like depression or anxiety. While they can overlap, and burnout can certainly lead to them, researchers generally see them as distinct. Burnout is specifically job-related.
Ah, okay. So if you feel exhausted and cynical about work, but maybe life outside work, family, hobbies feels okay, it's more likely burnout.
Generally, yes. Depression tends to be more pervasive, affecting all areas of life. Burnout is often context-specific, tied to that work environment.
That's actually a really helpful distinction. It means if you say, I feel burned out, you're pointing towards a problem with the work situation, the workload, the fairness, the control, not just saying, I personally am broken.
Exactly, and that framing matters because the solutions often lie in fixing the environment, not just telling the individual to be tougher or, do more yoga.
Right. It shifts the focus to organizational issues like better leadership, fair workloads, more resources.
So being honest about needing rest or pointing out unsustainable working conditions is increasingly seen as, sensible, a sign of self-awareness, perhaps.
Okay, that's good to know. So we know how to talk about the problem. What about the language of recovery, taking care of yourself?
Right. Recovery often involves both changes at work and personal strategies. On the personal side, it's about being intentional about your non-work life and values.
Okay, so what are some phrases for that?
Well, for creating that necessary space, you can say, I need some me time.
I need some me time, just time for yourself.
Yeah, or a general phrase for looking after your well-being is, I'm focusing on self-care.
I'm focusing on self-care. That covers things like sleep, eating well, exercise.
Exactly, prioritizing your health. Then for just slowing down the pace, you can say, I'm taking it easy.
I'm taking it easy, meaning intentionally not rushing or overdoing things.
Right, and a very practical one, especially for mental fatigue. I'm going for a walk to clear my mind.
I'm going for a walk to clear my mind. Simple physical activity can really help reset things.
It really can. Let's do one quick role play showing these recovery phrases.
Okay, you check in on me.
Hey, how are things? You sounded pretty drained last week. What's the plan for the weekend? Still feeling rough?
Yeah, still recovering, definitely. So this weekend, I'm focusing on self-care, like completely. I'm taking it easy, no big plans.
Smart.
Yeah, I realized I need to be really intentional about it. I need some me time, probably just read a book. And I'm definitely going for a long walk later to clear my mind.
That sounds like a really good plan. You need that time to recharge properly.
Absolutely. Work's been just consuming everything. I need to reconnect with the stuff that actually matters outside the office,
Yeah.
That word you just used, recharge, that's perfect for recovery, isn't it? Like recharging a battery.
Exactly. When you're depleted, you need to recharge. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of the main phrases we covered today. These are your tools for talking about this.
Okay. For expressing the feeling itself, I feel burned out.
And I'm mentally exhausted.
For talking about a major cause, work has been overwhelming.
And for talking about recovery, I need some me time.
And I'm taking it easy. Or I'm focusing on self-care.
And remember the 3 core symptoms: that deep emotional exhaustion, the cynicism or detachment, and that feeling of ineffectiveness. Recognizing those helps you understand what's going on.
Right. So time for our challenge for you, our listeners. We want you to practice. Think about your own life, maybe work, maybe studies. Can you make one sentence using the phrase burned out?
And then make one sentence using the word recharge, maybe about how you like to recharge your energy.
Try writing them down or just say them out loud. Practice using the language.
Because learning these phrases really does help you express your needs more clearly and effectively. And that's always the first step, isn't it?
It really is. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into understanding and talking about burnout in English. We really hope it gave you some useful tools.
Yeah, we do. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, maybe share this with anyone you think might find it helpful for the Real English podcast.
Burnout is common, but having the right English words can make a real difference. We'll see you next time on the Real English Podcast.
Bye for now.
Want to practice these phrases? Download your free PDF guide to review vocabulary, role plays, and quizzes. Find the link in the description and pinned comment, and feel free to share it with friends.
Like and subscribe for more English tips.